The internet's loaded with content about how to get shredded with a six-pack. And that's great, but what if you just want to feel a little bit better and you only have 5 minutes? Stay tuned. What's up everybody, Tim Rementor, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Orthopedic Specialist. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, unless of course you like the idea of people getting unnecessary surgeries.
Why warm up anyway? Think about when you're sleeping or first wake up. How receptive are you to direction? Our body is exactly the same. A warm up is just getting it ready to follow directions. Anybody feel like this in the morning? I do, a lot. Keep watching to see exactly what I do to feel and move my best.
So step one, to wake up the spine, we're going to use a mobilizing force. Concave, curved spot in the middle is for your spine bones. Okay, your spinous process will sit in there, and then either side is going to be stretching the joints that go up and down along each side of your spine, as well as the muscles. Place our ball just above those little pointy bones down in the back part of your spine. Okay, that's the top of your pelvis. So we're just going to lie on the ball and just rotate left, right, and then move about an inch. Rotate left, right, move an inch, rotate left, right. And we're just stretching each spine segment. You just work your way all the way up for about a minute. Part two of the routine, we're going to move into a dynamic stretch. For this, we want to get our sacroiliac joint and the ligaments around it moving gently. Okay, we're just going to kind of stabilize on a wall and move our leg back and forth slowly, coming across the midline ever so slightly. I'm going to do about 15 seconds on each leg. Okay, that's going to get the pelvis and lower spine mobile. Now we're going to move up to the thoracic spine. And we're going to use our wall angel activity here. So we keep our feet away a few inches, and then we get our lower back, butt, shoulder blades head against the wall. And then think like you're lying in the snow playing with your kids trying to do a snow angel. It's exactly what we're doing here. You got to keep your elbows, forearms, and wrists. If the hands come off, it's okay. As soon as you come away from the wall, that's kind of the end of your movement. You can continue on with them as close to the wall as possible. As you can see, it's a good stretch and muscle turn on activity at the same time. Do that for 30 seconds. Next up is our multi-joint stretch. So we're going to get on our stomach on the floor or on your bed and do a prone press up for back extension. Our back extension stretch, we're lying on our stomach, keeping our hips down. Somewhere between 6 and 10 reps, holding 5 to 10 seconds each, depending on your experience level with this. And this is just going to really work on improving that spine extension, which we lack throughout the day. This hip and back combination stretch, so you're just putting, we'll start off with the left foot forward. We have our right hand down, and then our back leg up. So we're stretching the back leg, and we're going to rotate our spine. Switch legs. You're going to end up doing about 1 or 2 on each, depending on how much back extension stretching you did. If this is too advanced for you, simply put the back knee down to help support your weight. The fourth phase is a targeted strengthening. We're going to turn on our back extensors, our glutes, and our hamstrings using either a bridge or a hip thrust. I'd recommend you start with the bridge. If it's too easy for you, then you can move on to the hip thrust. For bridging, we want to make sure we're using our glutes and our hamstrings, like we talked about in the Google exercises for low back pain video. You want to dig your heels down into the floor or the bed, squeeze your glutes, extend up, hold somewhere in that 5-second range if you can. And you're going to make your way through about 8 to 12 repetitions, depending on your hold time and your experience with this exercise. More advanced is the hip thrust. We're going to do the same movement that we do on a bridge, only we're off the edge of a bench or a chair.
you don't have access to a bench at home, you can use a chair with no arms. Just make sure you have help stabilizing the chair when you get onto it and when you get off. Stage 5 is where we put it all together with a functional movement. In this exercise program, we're going to do the hip hinge. We're using a chair as a target, but also as a safety mechanism in case we lose our balance. We lean back with the hips, just like we talked about in our video for low back pain risk factors. And touch the surface, come right back up, use your glutes to initiate. Okay, try to use your hamstrings as well. If you do this right, the next day you should be sore in your hamstrings and glutes. Each rep is going to be about 4 or 5 seconds, so you'll make your way through somewhere around 6 to 8 repetitions. If it's too difficult for you, you can start with a higher surface or put a pillow or a phone book if you still have any of those around your house, and then gradually step down to lower surfaces. There should be no pain. Of course, contact your movement specialist if there is. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If so, please share. If you had any difficulty or pain doing any of the movements, make sure you reach out to your movement specialist to get to the bottom of it. Remember, physical therapists are uniquely trained in human movement and can help you get back on your feet. Join the movement by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you never miss a future video. If you want to feel, perform, and live your best, you gotta move your best. Keep it moving.